Alright, so we have the new Vegeta here in Dokkan. This banner looks okay. Vegeta looks pretty good in Nappa. It's a pretty good card. We'll go over his card another time. The Cyberman I don't really want, but I could definitely use Android 13 here and Tao. Raditz, I mean, who cares about Raditz? He's probably going to get an easy A, but I don't really care about Raditz. So we're really just going to go for this Vegeta. So we have 861 stones, or 881 stones, excuse me. So we'll go to like 500. If I don't pull them, I don't pull them. But yeah, we're just going to go for the summons here. So let's go for the first one. Okay, this could be good. Alright, we might be off to a good start. Double screen crack. Imagine we pull him on our first summon. That'd be crazy. Gogeta. I don't really want him. We already have him. Oh, this summon is just going to be Gogeta, isn't it? Alright, that was trash. That was a bad summon. We'll go back in, though. Oh my god. That's so crazy. Our second summon? Are you joking? Dude, my luck this year is crazy. I thought I was going to be here for like 10 minutes. Where is he? No. No. Oh, come on. What is he, the last card? Wow. That's crazy. Just nodding along with that was a bad summon, being completely oblivious. Now that's a good summon, Pigeon. That is a great summon. We got him. Usually this takes longer than that. So we got Vegeta, thankfully. So as you guys saw, we managed to pull the new Vegeta and Nappa. They're actually a pretty solid card. They're not the best. They do have some flaws, but for the most part, they are really good, and I am very lucky to have them. We're gonna go over their kit in just a moment, but for my build, I just gave them purely additional, and you'll see why. We don't have them link level 10, but we have them, you know, 7 and 6s, which is pretty good. I haven't had the chance to link level them. I just pulled them not that long ago, so I've only done a little bit of grinding, as you can see. But yeah, let me show you guys the kit very quickly. So if we go over to their kit, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. So Saiyan Saga or Accelerated Battle, 200% and attack and defense 170, and then another HP attack and defense 50% for anyone who's mission execution, grade A power, a final trump card. So Saiyan Saga is really weak right now, but Accelerated Battle is pretty strong. So for Vegeta's super, he gets raises attack for 4 turns and raises defense for 1 turn. So he gets 50% defense for 1 turn, and he's also stacking attack for 4 turns, which is pretty good because he has a decent amount of additionals part of his kit. So attack and defense 250%, receives an additional key +1 per AGL key sphere obtained, chance of performing critical hit, and damage reduction 40%. Saiyan Saga are grade A power categories, attack and defense 40%. So he gives support and he has a base damage reduction of 40%, which is pretty good. He needs it, by the way. His defense isn't that high. With 1 or more AGL key spheres obtained, and, not or, and 1 or more key sphere, rainbow key spheres obtained, he gets Saiyan Saga and grade 8 power category allies an additional attack and defense 20% and effective against all types. So what this means is he will give Saiyan Saga and grade 8 essentially 60% support. If you can give him a rainbow key sphere and AGL key sphere, you need both. When attacking, attack and defense 150, 1 time only, damage reduction 20%, so he's at 60 for his first turn. Attack and defense 100%, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and all attacks are guaranteed to hit when facing only 1 enemy. That's good because nowadays there's a decent amount of bosses that have dodge. They're not that hard though, but that does help out that bosses can't dodge his attacks. After performing 2 attacks in battle, which is most likely going to occur on his first turn, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and it's permanent, and chance of performing a critical hit 20%. So you don't need to give this guy a crit at all. After performing 6 or more attacks in battle, launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. So this will be on his second turn, and another chance for crit 20%. So again, do not give this guy crit. He does not need it. For every attack performed, attack 150% and damage reduction rate 7% within the turn. So this is like the Turles ability. The physical Turles that came out a few years ago also has this ability where every time they super, they build up damage reduction. So he can get, let's go, he gets 1 super, so that's 7. If he gets one here, 14. He gets one here, 21. And if he gets one here, 28 plus an additional, if you go with the hidden potential system, which can be around like 35% damage reduction on top of his 40. So he's essentially at like 75% damage reduction, which is really good. But that's if you get a perfect turn, right? When you have both of his passives up. When facing 2 or more enemies or starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, meets up with Nappa. So before we get into Nappa, for Vegeta, they both have active skills. This active skill looks so nice. So hopefully we'll be able to get this in the video. Raises attack by 1700% temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, seals super attack, and changes physical key spheres to rainbow key spheres. Saiyan Saga category allies attack plus 20%, plus an additional attack for 20% for characters who are also extreme class for 1 turn. So this here is okay. His, I won't lie, his active skill isn't as good as Nappa's, but it's still solid. He's going to do a ton of damage as well as he supers, and he's changing key spheres for himself, and the animation looks really, really good. So if we go to who Vegeta links with, it's not a lot of really great cards nowadays. I hate to say it. We do have the Tech Vegeta from the, I think it's Android 18. No, not Android 18. Android 16? Maybe? No, it's 19. I'm bugging out. Android 19, the clown looking Android. I'm pretty sure it's Android 19 or 20. This Vegeta's pretty good, but again, you're not really running him nowadays. This Vegeta can he can be runnable. This is the tech Vegeta that turns into Majin Vegeta. And of course, the LR Vegeta who we'll run on the team. This guy's pretty good from the Saiyan Saga, so we can run him. But not the greatest amount of linking partners, but that's okay. So we get into Nappa here. So he does the opposite from Vegeta. So he greatly raises defense for 4 turns and then greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So Vegeta does attack for 4 turns and defense for 1 turn, and Nappa is defense for 4 turns and attack for 1 turn. Can perform exchange, attack and defense 780%, and a high chance of launching an additional super. When receiving an attack, defense 150, damage reduction rate 50%, and one-time only damage reduction rate 30%. He's at 80% damage reduction, defense 50%, and damage reduction rate 20% when facing 2 or more enemies, or an HP is 70% or less. So essentially, if you can, his first turn you bring Nappa out, if you're going against 2 enemies, in this fight we will be, but if you're not, if you are below 70% or less, he's at essentially 100% damage reduction, right? He's at 90, which is really, really good. After receiving 5 attacks in battle, Saiyan Saga category allies key +1 and attack 5%, plus an additional attack 10% for those who are extreme class allies. It's pretty good. After receiving 10 attacks in battle, Saiyan Saga category allies key +1 and attack 5%, plus an additional 10% for those who are extreme class. And then for every attack received, infinite permanent, attack 78% up to 780%, and chance of performing critical hit plus 10% within the turn. So this, I wish they upped it a little bit, but if he gets hit 10 times, like it says here, and if you do the calc, 78% to get to 780 is 10, so he needs to get hit 10 times, which is a lot. I don't agree with that, but like I don't think that's great for this character. A lot of bosses aren't, you're not really going to get hit 10 times, but we can get into how he can get that. However, you will be at 100% crit only if he gets hit 10 times, but this right here, 780% on top of his already 780% is a lot. That's a lot of attack. He's going to hit super hard. Guards all attacks. This is active, by the way. Guards all attacks and directs enemy attacks toward the character for 1 turn. So he essentially has where, you know, a lot of units have this nowadays, but he has a target mechanic where every attack is attacked at him. So that's how it's going to be easier to get the 10 attacks. You use Nappa, you switch into Nappa, you use his active, and every single attack is going to be directed at him. So hopefully he can build this up and give the passive buff here. Active conditions can be activated when facing two or more enemies or when there's another Saiyan Saga category ally attacking in the same turn. So this isn't that difficult, but sometimes you might not see his active because there's not a lot of fights with two or more enemies. On top of that, a Saiyan Saga category ally. I mean, we're going to look into it. Like, if we go to Saiyan Saga, who are you using? Hopefully, Raditz gets easy A, which I don't really care for Raditz, but the like top tier units, I want this unit to get an easy A. I'm really looking forward to that. Tien's okay, but he's a free to play unit. We have Yamcha here, who's actually really, really, really good. Yamcha's great, but he doesn't really link with anyone, but Yamcha is good. We have the Gohan and Piccolo, who is still decent. Of course, the Grade 8 Vegeta, who is great. Vegeta Nappa fell off. You know, like a lot of these units in the Saiyan Saga category are not really runnable nowadays, which is really unfortunate. And keep in mind, Nappa's super here is a AoE, causes immense damage to all enemies. So that is why he also gets all his buffs from facing two or more enemies because he also has an AoE. So yeah, that's their kit. Like I said, pretty good. And if we just quickly go to accelerated battle, their other leader skill, um, new great unit, like top 10 unit, top 10 unit, top 10 unit, arguably top 10, top 10 unit, top 10 unit, top 10 unit. Like all of these characters in the first two rows are all the newest characters to release, and they're all like some of the best in the game as well. Graded Vegeta on this as well. As you can see, I'm not going to go through every unit here. We'll just scroll. Daima Goku, the new Goku hit. This unit's actually decent because he has dodge, but the Super Saiyan 3 Harudagar movie Goku, this Goku hopefully gets an easy A soon, but this video isn't about him. I'm just saying that this category here, Accelerated Battle, is actually really, really, really good. So although Saiyan Saga, they need one, you can bring this Vegeta and he's good enough. It does suck that Saiyan Saga is so weak, but Accelerated Battle is extremely strong. So this is the team we're going to go with. The only person that I would switch out for this team is I would put Yamcha in this team for somebody, maybe the SS3 Daima Vegeta, but at the same time, it's kind of like, is it really worth running the extra Saiyan Saga unit? I don't think so. We have the Grade 8 Vegeta here. We also are running dual Vegeta lead, which I don't really recommend, but we're going to do it just for the showcase. And yeah, we're going to be going into the Serious Battles event, and hopefully we come out with a W. I won't lie to you guys, I'm a big fan of that intro. Their animations on this card are actually really, really, really good, and I really do enjoy them. So unfortunately here, this Vegeta here is sealed. Now, I did bring a rainbow friend, but if we just look at these stats here, mine is at 200k defense, and the friend Vegeta is at 300k, so 100k more. Again, mine is 55% with not link level 10. This friend here is link level 10, 100%. So, the issue with this turn here is that, first of all, Majin Vegeta... First of all, there's not a lot of links going around, right? But Majin Vegeta here isn't going to be able to get all of his orbs, and I want to exchange into Nappa here. But the issue with going into Nappa here is that he's not going to be able to super, right? No, he is. Okay, so you can, if you exchange, okay, I didn't realize that. If you exchange into the other unit, it gets away of the buff, so, or the debuff. So that's actually really good here. So we won't be able to get our AoE in with my Majin Vegeta here, but that's fine. We're going to pop Nappa's active here, and he's going to be getting attacked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think he's getting attacked 9 times in total in this rotation. So next time he comes around, he should be almost like fully built up. So let's go see what that looks like here. Let's watch this animation. Alright, good animation. So now he's got the target mechanic up, which is good. So unfortunately for Vegeta, I can't give him a Rainbow Key Sphere and an AGL Key Sphere, which does suck, so we're not going to activate his additional support. But it's honestly not that big of a deal. We just have to make sure Nappa gets a super here. So yeah, let's see what they end up doing. My Vegeta might be a little weak here, but Nappa on the end there should do a ton of damage. And we should be able to tank all of this. Again, Nappa has pretty much 100% damage reduction here, so he's totally fine. He's getting built up. And they both have almost all of their lengths active, I think, except for 1 or 2. I think it's just only 1. So, they should have most of their lengths and should hit pretty hard. Even my Vegeta should hit decently hard here. Nappa's fine. 9.4. I kind of wish I was a little bit higher, but 9.4 is okay for his first turn. Only 1 super is a little disappointing, though, I won't lie. I was hoping my Vegeta was going to super once or twice. Or more than he did. I was hoping to get 2 or 3 supers there, so that kind of sucks. I won't lie to you guys. Okay, 77 million here for Nappa. And again, he's not even fully built up. So 77 million, no crit, unfortunately, on the first one. Additional, can we get an additional super, please? Okay, there we go. 84 million. So he's going to keep raising his attack here. Crit there. Crit there. It's very nice. Okay, no attack at the end, but that's fine. He gets attacked once more. He's at 93. It was just going to be 100 million. I think he might have ended the turn there at 100 million. I won't lie. So I'm going to come around when we have Vegeta next, and hopefully we survive until then. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so unfortunately we do not have grade 8 Vegeta on this rotation or the next one. So my Vegeta isn't going to have a ton of links active. But we did get a bunch of orbs for Majin Vegeta here, who should be fine. We have no AGL Key Spheres again, which kind of sucks. But my Vegeta should definitely look better than he did on the last rotation. So let's see what we end up doing here. Let's make sure we give into Vegeta here a bunch of orbs. Yep, this is fine. So let's see what my Vegeta looks like on this rotation. Hopefully Majin Vegeta tanks this fairly well, because he's probably going to get supered by Nappa, and Nappa builds up each time you hit him. The enemy Nappa, at least. I'm hoping he doesn't kill Vegeta, because I don't want to stack Nappa too much. Okay, he didn't. Good. Come on, Vegeta, tank this. 140 isn't the worst. Ooh, if Nappa supers him, we might be cooked. Nappa, please. Okay, we got lucky. Alright, 11 million, but he should do an additional super here. Come on. Oh, that's so disappointing. And he died. Alright, so we're going to jump back in. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we have them back on rotation. So this is going to be a good rotation for my Vegeta. We do not have any actives, and I don't want to waste my Vegeta's Nappa active because, A, the links, but B, I want to get Vegeta's active here in the video. So hopefully Tech Grade 8 Vegeta can tank a little bit here for us. And let's give Nappa some of this. So let's see what we're looking like on this rotation here. My grade 8 Vegeta is probably going to take a little bit of damage, unfortunately. 400k is not great. After he supers, it should be way less, but it's still going to hurt a little bit. Good number here for a grade 8 Vegeta. Almost 30 million, that's it. Which is pretty good. So this should be less. Yes, okay, he tanked it. Okay, I was hoping Nappa attacked him. I'm praying this doesn't kill. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So 11 million there. Not the best. But he slowly builds up. Oh my god, Vegeta, please. This is a terrible showcase for you. Vegeta, what are you doing? Oh my god, that sucks so bad. Alright, so we're just going to get Vegeta's active and then we're going to end the video. So I'll be back. Alright, Vegeta, don't let me down here. Almost 12. There's 1. Oh my god, he got 2. Okay, 19 million. Oh my god, he did 3 supers, so 27 million here for Vegeta. He shouldn't get killed here. Okay, he doesn't. Whew. Alright, so that wasn't on his active turn. Next turn, we should have his active up, so I'll come back. But like I said, I really think Nappa is the best part of this card. I don't even think it's like a competition. I think Nappa is way better than Vegeta is. Vegeta has really nice support, but again, like Nappa is the one who's going to let you win more and survive more. Alright, so here we go with this rotation. This is probably the best rotation I'm going to get out of these cards right here that I have. So unfortunately, not the highest defense. My Vegeta 235 and my Nappa at 500, but that's fine. We're really here for the Vegeta active. I really do enjoy this animation because we get something we've never seen before. Oh, okay. We killed. Alright, I didn't think we were going to kill there. I thought Goku was going to survive, and then we were going to come back and have to do a few supers with Vegeta, because Vegeta would have looked really nice there. But yeah, no, we get to see Great Ape Nappa, which you don't really see. I think he's in the Xenoverse games and stuff like that, but obviously it doesn't happen in the show, which is pretty sad, but Great Ape Nappa is still very cool to see. So yeah, he did a ton of damage with his active there. I wish we would have gotten to see the whole rotation. But yeah, unfortunately, we lost the first run, or the first 2 runs. But yeah, my overall with this card is that they're good. Vegeta is good, but Nappa is the real shining light with this card. He's the one that's going to give you the most wins, and he's the one that's going to let you survive more than Vegeta. But Vegeta isn't bad either. You have to get lucky with his build-ups and his supers. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day, and thank you guys for watching. Peace out.